Good morning and welcome. It is Sunday, the 3rd of April. I am Flatcap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, coming up today, we'll do the review of yesterday. We're half staking today, so it's a £10 stake through our Sky Bet account. 2 bets, £10, and we'll do a word on the golf. And I'm aiming that this video doesn't go on forever today, so we'll do nice and quick. All right, review of yesterday. It was one of those ones where there was quite a bit of stuff to get interested and excited about, but ultimately we didn't make any profit. So it's frustrating when that happens. But it's better than having nothing to cheer about. So bet one. This was the closest one. So Bin and Gone was 18-1 fourth. We needed obviously to be third to get paid out. Gold de Bois was third, but they only paid out 2 because there was a runner that was withdrawn at the start. And then Fiddix in the Scottish Grand National, I said yesterday it was my value play. It was fourth at 66-1, so we only had it as a single. The each way treble would have been very, very lovely, but them's the break sometimes. As I always say, we you never get the rub of the green on the majority of occasions. So when we do get the rub of the green on those rare occasions, we'll absolutely accept it whatever way it comes. So bit back on the single on there. Some of you may well have taken Fiddix and put in other bets, which would have been lovely for you. Well done. Bet 2. The win bets obviously on this channel. I stand by the win bets are decent if you look at the statistics across the whole of the duration of the channel. The last few win bets have been absolutely terrible. So here we had Cobra Dumai and Fangio, both weren't even at the races halfway through. They were really, really poor. There's something not going well with them. Do your job, won. And Bartonell looked like it could have got there and we would have had a nice profit on that bet. And then it just wandered about and got taken over by 2 horses. So small bit back for do your job on that one. We then had the main bet in terms of the monies for the day. Next Door Alice was disappointing. Cool Mix was up there and then faded and pulled up, so disappointing. Carfook placed at 22, and we did have the additional single on that, so that was decent enough. And then Transition, which is the horse that crashed in on price, ended up going 8-1. It was up with the pace and then faded, so we only had a 22-1. So we had a 66-1 place on its own in one bet and a 22-1 place on its own in another bet. So that is that's less than ideal. All right, and then bet 4. The Wolf, it paid out 7 on Sky Bet, and I think a few other bookies too, so we did have that on it there. And then Marin's Boy, really, really unlucky, got snatched up near the end, came 5th, Sky Bet paid it, so we had an each way double on there with Sky Bet. I don't know how many other bookies would have got that though. And then Uncle Bernie was unlucky, it was only 5th and paid out 4th, and then Broughton's Piece was a bit disappointing. So each way double, close to an each way treble. So overall, close but no cigar, 20 quid on 11.96 back, which puts me 57 behind for the week. So miles the worst weeks that we've ever had. 16 is the worst week. So a reminder, the channel's in profit, decent. January was profitable, February was profitable, March is profitable. This week, massively not profitable. And first 2 days of April, we've had losses. So we're starting April at the moment with a small loss. So in order for us to make profit this week, and by the way, it's not about making profit this week, it's a long-term profit. And I said right at the beginning of all of this, I expect there'll be some months where I don't even make profit. Want to make profit long-term. Most months, hopefully we will. Weeks, it will vary, but at the moment we are making more weeks. So leading up to this terrible week, we've had 6 profitable weeks in a row. So what have we got to try and remedy this? Because if we're 57 behind this week, you add on £10 for today's bets, that's 67, and if you add on the 6 for the golf, it's 73. So if you've done everything and you've done exactly like I've done it, you're 73 behind. Can we solve it? It's going to take something pretty special. And some of you will be like, Callum, doing a win Trixie ain't something special, because they have been toilet the last few weeks. Having said that, that's what I'm doing, folks. So I've got 2 bets, and one of them is £4 of our £10 stake on a win Trixie. So we've got a win Trixie here. 1 o'clock Hereford, Wigglesworth, 15-8. 305 Plumpton, Len Brennan 2-1, 450 Plumpton, Encore 7-2. So it's a 75p win Trixie and a £1 win single on Encore. I'm happy with that bet, and I know some of you will be like, "Oh, come on, let's get the big prices out." And each way, they're not always there, and sometimes the value is in a win bet that might not look like it. So these three bets, they add up together. So clearly, if I come back on here tomorrow and none of them win, it looks like a terrible bet. If one wins, it's not really that great. 2 wins, we'll make a profit. 3 wins, we'll be very happy and we're saying, actually, that bet was all right, and we'll forget the fact that we've had so many losing win bets. It's the fickle way that our minds work when it comes to racing. You kind of remember what was straight ahead of you and immediately behind you, but you don't remember what was behind that or behind that or behind that. So that's bet 1. Bet 2 is more akin to what you would expect. We've got an each way lucky 15 over in Ireland, 2 Cork, 2 Fairyhouse. So we've got 237 paying 6 on Sky Bet, Mercurial 10-1. 255 Fairyhouse paying 4 on Sky Bet, School Lane 16s. 440 Fairyhouse paying 5 on Sky Bet, Runway Queen 22s. And the 457 Cork paying 5 on Sky Bet, Hand Solo 11-2. We've just got a straightforward 20 pence each way lucky 15. So that is our 2 bets for the day. Word on the golf. Mixed, but we've got possibilities going into the last day. So Kevin Chappell didn't have a great day, but he's still tied for 7th, and we've got 8 places paying out at the moment. But then Lahiri's 1 shot behind that, and Kirk's 2 shots behind. 2 shots behind Chappell. So any one of those 3, or possibly all of them, would be a delight. Could make top 8. So keeping an eye out tonight for the conclusion of that. Looking forward to next week. So Monday and Tuesday look like quieter days. Wednesdays are probably a better day, but Monday is the return of Windsor, and I'm a big fan of Windsor racing. So for those of you less familiar, Windsor's usually on every Monday through kind of spring, summer now, and then eventually it fits into the evening Windsor meetings. I really like Windsor. It's one of my favourite tracks. So we'll see how we go with that. Then we're building up to Grand National on Saturday. So Grand National Saturday, and the Masters starts on Thursday. So we'll be having a decent golf bet this week on the Masters and Grand National when we get there. I'll think about whether I'm doing anything different for the Grand National, because I know there's like a ton of interest around it, but as I mentioned before, it's not always the best betting race of the year. It's a great race to try and find a winner, but consistently it's quite tricky because you've ultimately got 40 runners. So even if you've got a bookie that might pay 8 or even 9 or even 10 places, it's the odds aren't always as good as what you might think they are. But what you have got is you're guaranteed to get some decent prices placing, and that's what I'll be absolutely going after for the Grand National. All right, that's for me today. I hope, I can't even speak, I hope you have a lovely Sunday. I hope the weather wherever you are is getting a little bit more chilled out, because it's been a bit wacky where I am this week. Snow showers every hour, it's weird. So enjoy your Sunday. It's a chilled one. I think it's probably going to be a chilled Monday and Tuesday. We'll see. Either way, be good to yourself. Enjoy the people around you on this lovely day, and I'll see you in the morning. Thanks very much.